Pisces, welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and get straight into your general reading. Of course, any information you may be looking for will be listed in the description. And if you ever want to see my live shows where I take personal reading questions or just my future readings, I'm going to be posting a lot here on the channel. So definitely check out my videos that are already posted, and also the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to be notified. But let's go ahead and jump straight in, Pisces. I actually have two cards that just flipped out. So I have the Three of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So when it comes to your vision of the future, you could be redefining what that looks like. You may have had maybe one vision of how you wanted to go about doing things and how you want things to kind of play out. But you could either be seeing it that maybe your vision, your, desires, what you really want for yourself may be changing. Or as you get kind of closer and closer to whatever that goal may be, it just may not look like something that you necessarily may want for yourself. Okay, or there could even be this sense of you being maybe tired of feeling like putting your energy into things that don't necessarily have promising results. Okay, you could also be realizing that maybe an ex, a love interest here is having a really hard time moving on, but you may not be open to maybe taking this person back. Okay, or vice versa. It could be an issue where, maybe you're not all the way over how things may have spoiled between you and someone, and the potential of maybe your relationship developing or things being just a lot more stable within the connection. And maybe you could see that they're not that receptive like how they used to be. This could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo individual. Okay, for a lot of you too, you also don't want to kind of do something for money anymore. This could be like a job. This could be something here that just doesn't feel worth maybe the time and energy anymore, or just not as profitable as it used to be, or something that you just don't really feel connected to anymore. Like at a job, you could feel like at any point maybe your job is on the line because of how strict they are, or the work environment is just not it and you can't really see yourself being there long term. These are the types of questions you could be having during this time frame in terms of what true stability looks like when it comes to the relationships in your life, your finances, all of that. Pisces, what is the general energy? Okay, we also have the Six of Pentacles. So again, it's knowing your worth. You could be at a space to where you're like, you know what? I really want to stand on knowing my worth, and I want to separate myself from situations that make me feel like I'm being put in position to feel like I'm needing someone or something. Okay, you could be wanting reciprocation in your relationships. You could be wanting equal effort, and that could be something you're expecting out of your person, or vice versa. That could be a conversation that's being brought up between you and your person around, the give and take. All right. Also, when it comes to like your physical health, you could be realizing that you do need to watch maybe what you're putting into your body in comparison to like, what you're putting into your body and how that's affecting your ability to maybe like stay on top of your physical health and whatnot. It's kind of coming up. But I also have the Justice card. So there could be some sort of legal situation here that needs to be taken care of, that needs to be sorted out, that will be sorted out. Okay, I'm also seeing karma being at play. So whenever I say the word karma, I always have to give this disclaimer. Karma is not a bad or a good thing. It is a balancing out force. It comes into play to balance everything out and to make everything better, okay? And situations in general are never good or bad. It's what we feel about those situations and how we react to them that add color, dimension, all of that. But yes, I'm also seeing something important around a Libra in general could come up here. All right, now you could also feel very judged. You could feel judged by someone around you where they're trying to maybe compare certain things to you, like maybe comparing you to another person or like condemning you in a sense. All right, I also have the Three of Swords. So you could be focusing on the things that didn't necessarily work out a little bit too much. Like this could be disappointment around, again, the possibility of what something could have been with someone, or the disappointment around what things aren't all the way as of right now and what wish things could have been. But there's a need for you, and this is just an advice, there's a need for you to make sure you don't sit in that energy for too long. It's okay to feel your emotions, but you don't want to sit in it too long, because then it starts to become like self-victimization in a sense. Okay, you could also be very disappointed in someone. All right, I have the Four of Pentacles and also the Emperor. So yeah, you could be very disappointed in someone. Okay, you could also realize that maybe a Taurus, a Aries is extremely closed off and maybe holding on to a grudge, or has extreme boundaries around the way that they may entertain or deal with you or the connection itself. Also, when it comes to money management, that's another thing that's coming up. You could be looking at how that the main issue could be around like how money is being spent. Maybe there are certain expenses or certain, things that you do in leisure that could be eating away at your money. And that could be something that you guys start to see as you like go over maybe documents on the back end, or your finances as a whole. Some of you guys could also be very tired of a very rigid boss, or somebody who just seems very controlling in a sense. All right, let's pull an oracle card for you. What's the oracle card for my Pisces? So we have wishing well. So let's read this for you really quick. So wishing well says, desire is the sacred impulse for life. Feel it, but let go of all attachment to ownership. It says desire is the most important impulse for creating life. Now you're seeing the relationship between desire and inspiration, and sensing the moment of truth when you're feeling the inception of new life. It is an aha moment when everything makes sense. Perhaps you recognize a soulmate or are conceiving a baby or an idea. The wishing well card awakens you to the presence of unseen forces that enable new beginnings. Divine intelligence activates the field of possibilities where new life is co-created in a magical way. Neither you nor anyone else can know or why this happens. It just does. To that end, you can't control the process of growth. Rather, you must step aside to be a channel for higher purpose and relinquish any attachment to how this new creation should appear or when. Form your own intention and take action by dropping the coin into the wishing well, then trust in spirit, prepare to be amazed. So basically, this is making sure that, with any intentions that you could be setting, wishing to manifest, it's making sure you don't hold so much of an attachment on things playing out exactly the way that you may imagine or want it to be, because life is full of surprises, so many possibilities, and your blessings could come in forms in ways that you may not even necessarily be aware of or may even want, okay? The key to you having more abundance in your life may come in the form of you losing a job. And at the time, it may not feel like something that's desirable or something quote unquote good. But once you release the attachment on how things have to play out for you, and you just set your intention and be clear on what that's going to be, and allowing yourself to just be open to the journey, so much magic can happen for you. So always remain moldable. But thank you. I hope that this was helpful and to give you insight. If you enjoyed, thumbs up the video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, Pisces.